God, I almost fell. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is SavannahLadell. If you're returning, then welcome back. So today's video is going to be a full face tutorial using only Black Radiance products. So Black Radiance is a brand that does cater to women of color. It is a drugstore brand, so I always see it in my Walmart. I don't know if they sell it anywhere else, but that's where I always see it. And I just have only tried a few products from them, so I thought it'd be cool to sit down and just do a full face as much as I can of only using Black Radiance. So if you're interested in seeing how everything turned out, stay tuned. Right? And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Okay, so before we start with the tutorial, I'm actually going to go ahead and prep my skin. My face is already clean, and like always, I'm going to use my Clinique Smart Moisturizer. It has SPF 15, which I love, especially for the summertime. Because it is summertime and that's when I tend to get like the most oily and like sweaty, I don't want to go too heavy with this. So I'm just going to use not as much as I normally would use. Do y'all see this pimple right here? Like there was this, let me continue. I bought this primer from Black Radiance. I've never used it before, obviously. It's the Black Radiance True Complexion Shine Control Primer. So that'll be interesting to actually see if it controls shine, because y'all, I get so oily. It says to use, shake well, dot on nose, cheeks, chin, and forehead. Then blend until completely absorbed. So I'm gonna give it a nice little shake. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Don't the Yin Yang Twins have a song where they're like shake it, 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 call it, shake it, shake it, shake it, call it. I swear. I'm shaking this up like way too hard. Okay, it's not that serious. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of the product. Kind of got a little creamy consistency, but it's not thick. I'm just dotting it in those places that I really need some shine control. Oh God! It feels nice. Like, you know, sometimes when I put on sun primers, I feel like it's like makes my face feel kind of greasy. But this one really absorbed into my skin really nice. So I'm actually really excited to see if this really will control my shine. So we shall see. So I'm going to use this Precision Brow Sculptor in Blackish Brown. This is also a pencil from Black Radiance. I've never used any eyebrow pencil from them, so I'm hoping this is good. And I don't know if this is the only shade that they carry, but at my Walmart, it was the only shade I saw in the brow pencil. It was blackish brown, blackish brown, I'm sorry. Here's what the pencil looks like. Ooh, it's really nice. It's got like a nice point. It's very thin. Kind of reminds me, it's kind of like the Anastasia brow wig. It has a little spoolie at the end, so let's get to it. Just gonna brush my brow hairs up like normal. Okay, this is like a very sharp point. Oh, it broke. Y'all, it broke. I'm gonna try to be like super gentle and not raise it too far up. Oh, y'all, it broke again. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is just not a strong pencil or if I'm like too heavy-handed. I really don't know. I think the color's a little bit too light for me, but we're gonna try to make it work. Y'all, it just broke again. Okay, I don't know about this. And it's a pretty natural brow. The color is a little bit lighter than what I go for, but it is actually working. It's not bad. The pencil broke on me all the way down to where there's no more pencil left. So just from me doing my two brows, there's no more product left. I bought this True Complexion CC palette. I'm just gonna take this angled brush from Morphe. It's an M432 brush. I know it's not Black Radiance, but I need brow gel because otherwise my brows will just be like doing whatever they want. So, and I don't think Black Radiance makes a brow gel, so I'm using this Anastasia tinted brow gel, and it's in the shade Chocolate. Should I look like these? Now I'm going to color correct all my dark spots, hyperpigmentation, which are under my eyes and around my mouth. Those are the places I really like to cover. And I'm going to use the same True Complexion CC palette. So I'm just going to take this brush. It's from Real Techniques, and it is a pointed foundation brush. And I'm going to dip it into this orange shade and just start correcting. So I'll start, ooh, that's showing up a little ashy. Y'all see that? That's coming off really ashy. Ooh. I am going to not use this to color correct, just because I don't know if you guys can see, it's coming off super ashy, and I feel like it's gonna make my face look really like ghost white, which is not the look I'm going for. So I'm actually gonna skip on using this, and I'm gonna instead use my LA Girl Pro Concealer, which I usually use. Stipple that in. And I like to put a little bit underneath. Not too much, but just a little bit under here. Let's hop into foundation, and I did get this Black Radiance, what is it called? Black Radiance Color Perfect Liquid Makeup. It's oil free, color perfect blend, ideal for all skin types. Applies smoothly and enhances the natural undertones of skin. So I don't know if this is supposed to be full coverage, medium coverage, light coverage. I got 2 shades. These are really inexpensive, so I was like, let me just get 2 shades because I wasn't really sure. This one's called Rum Spice. This one is called Caramel Doe Foot Applicator. I'm just gonna do a line right on the side of my face. This is Caramel. This one's a little more on the neutral side. This one's got a lot more red in it. So I'm going to take that same foundation brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to blend them out a little bit. This one's like really red. This one's coming off a little ashy. I'm going to mix the two and see, hopefully I can make something work. Has been blended out. Although I don't think it's a perfect match for me, mixing the 2 colors together, I think it really kind of made it doable. It does still look a little bit on the red side, too red for me, for my undertone, but I think it can work, especially when you start to highlight and contour. I think it'll all just kind of come together. And I actually like the formula. Like, it doesn't feel, you know, when you put on some foundations, it still feels kind of wet. This dried down like really nice. I'm gonna try to use this palette as a concealer, and I definitely can use it as a contour. I see a good contour shade in here, which I think I'm gonna use this guy. I'm gonna start at the top of my ear. Can't see that. Now I'm going to use this Urban Decay Naked Flushed brush. I think it came in a palette, and it's a dual-ended brush. So I'm going to use this side, and I'm just going to kind of blend out that contour that I just did. I'm actually dragging a little bit on the forehead, like I'm not putting it actually there, but any product that's there, I'm going to just put it on my forehead and underneath my jawline. I'm going to use this medium sculpting brush from Real Techniques to blend it out a little bit better. So this is what we're looking like. As far water break. As far as how the product has been blending out, as far as this palette, when I just used it, I had a slight hard time blending it out. That's why I went in with a different brush and I kind of like put some oomph into it and it actually blended out. But I think once you put it on your face, you want to immediately blend it out, because I feel like it can just kind of sit there on your face and it'll be a lot harder to blend out, if that makes sense. Now I'm gonna try to use the same palette and I'm gonna try to use this one shade as a concealer, but I really don't know how it's gonna work out. If it looks bad, then I'm just gonna use what I normally use. But the lightest shade in this palette, this is the medium to dark palette, as just to let you guys know if I didn't say that earlier. I'm gonna use this guy right here. So I'm gonna just put some on the sides of down the sides of my nose. That will give your face a natural, or your nose a natural contour. And then I'm gonna do a little triangle. Now I'm gonna blend out with my Real Techniques sponge. And I'm just hoping for the best. I hope this blends out really nice. Sometimes when I'm blending out my stuff, I'm just like, I'm literally beating my face. I'm just like, bam, 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 bam. We're gonna use this for just only highlighting purposes. Yes, I think it did kind of like brighten under here, so it does that. But as far as covering up imperfections, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna lie to y'all, I'm going to put in like a tiny bit of my, I don't know why I always go to say it, I always want to say Shart. That's disgusting. I'm like, my Shart Tape concealer, my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit, just because I see those dark circles just like peeking through. They're like, hey girl, we want to be seen. I'm like, no. Next, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do eyeshadow. And I have never used a Black Radiance eyeshadow palette, and they had 3 at my store. It's called Berry Vibes. It says it's new. And I got this one because it had, to me, a nice range of shimmer and matte shades. I'm gonna use the same palette and I'm gonna go into that shade that I used as a highlight. So I'm gonna use this like taupey skin-like shade as my transition shade, and I'm just gonna put that all over. So I'm digging in here and there is quite a bit of kickback. I don't know if you guys can see it. This guy as a transition shade, like I said. And now I'm gonna go into this purple shade and I'm gonna use it in my crease. I'm gonna use this like plum smoky looking shade. And just put it on the outer V of the eye to give a little bit of dimension. Yeah. I'm going to use this like cranberry looking shade right here. I'm really loving this eyeshadow. It actually blends really nice. There's no fallout, although there is a lot of kickback in the pan. You guys can see that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is once you dip your brush in, but it's really not a big deal because the shadows blend really nice and there's no fallout so far. Now that I have some mascara on, I feel like something's missing and it's the inner corner highlight. I'm gonna go in with this champagne looking, give it some oomph. I think I put it in my eye. Ow. Your inner corner highlight just makes the look pop. You know, when you're missing something, put some in the inner corner. I did buy this finishing powder. It's the Soft Focus finishing powder in creamy bronze. I'm going to use this Sephora Pro brush. It's the number 5 brush. I mean number 55, it's like the Pro Airbrush. And I'm just gonna take some of the products, and I'm just going to put it all over my face just to set everything. And also this is gonna give a little bit more coverage to the face. So far it doesn't look bad. I actually kind of like it. I think I do. I have this. I've used this in some other videos. This is another pressed powder, but I like to use this one for just to give my face a little bit of warmth, kind of contour, bronze-ish kind of situation. I'm gonna go into my Sephora Pro Contour Brush, and it's number 79. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this and just put it right here, just to add a little bit of color. Now I'm going to use this baked blush, and it's in the shade Warm Berry. And I'm using a Morphe M530 brush. I'll make the fishy face. Ooh. I can see it. Can y'all see the color a little bit? I love that. And you know, this shade looks kind of scary, but on women of color, y'all, these kind of shades look so pretty on us as blushes. Oh my gosh. Like, and you go in with the light hand, don't go crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because it could get wild with the blush, you know. I think that's why a lot of people are afraid of it. But if you just go in with a little bit and just add a little bit of color, man, it just makes everything kind of pop. And I just like to, I'm actually gonna spray my little blender with a little bit of Fix Plus, because it kind of got dried out. I'm just gonna go right over that blush just a little bit. If you feel like you added too much, or you just want it to look a little bit more skin-like, this is a tip that I have for you, which I probably say it in every video. Okay, now I'm gonna use this highlight from ColourPop. It's from the Shayla collection, and it's called Pose. I'm gonna be using a Morphe M10 brush. Now I'm going to go in with some Fix Plus. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna move on to lips. Okay, so for lips, I have from Black Radiance, I have 2 lipsticks. One is more like on the brown burgundy side, and the other one is kind of like purple. And then I also bought a lip gloss because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I think first I'm just gonna line my lips with Cork. This is from MAC, and I really love this. It's just a brown lip liner. Ugh, it's like super pigmented, so I would be careful. I think it's such a pretty shade. I'm gonna put a lip gloss over this just to use this guy. Brilliant Effects lip gloss, and this is in the shade Lovesick. It doesn't smell like anything at all. And it has like that brush applicator. So I'm gonna just put some in the center. Oh, this is pretty. I mean, I just don't feel like you can go wrong with lip gloss. So I'm back, put my hair down, everything. So this is the full face of Black Radiance. Actually really pleased with it. I'm just gonna run through really quick through the products that I used and tell you if I think you should get them or not. So I did use this primer. I would have to try this out a little bit longer to really see if it helps with shine. But as far as how it felt fine. It dried down really nice. But this one I kind of have to just try it out a few more times before I can say like this primer really does what it says it does. I have some positives and some negatives. Now the color correcting shade was a no for me, because it was ashy, and that's not like what I'm looking for. So that was just a no-go. Now when I used one of the shades to carve my brows out with, that wasn't bad. And then even when I did use it for highlighting purposes, it wasn't bad. The only thing I could say is that it didn't conceal my dark circles, but it did a fine job of highlighting. And then on the contour shade, I feel like if you let it sit there too long, it's gonna be harder to blend out. This Soft Focus finishing powder, I actually really liked it. I thought it gave nice coverage to the face and it didn't look cakey. It just felt really nice. So I actually really like this and I'll probably continue to use it. The lipsticks, they're actually really pigmented. They're very pretty shades. So I will use these and I actually like them. They're only like $1 something and these shades are really pretty. So, and they feel nice on the lips. So yeah, I will be using these. So I do like the lipsticks a lot. Gloss, I like the gloss. I mean, you can't really go wrong with gloss. So that's a thumbs up for me. The foundations, the only thing I didn't like is like the shade. Maybe I just didn't find my right shade, I don't know. But it ended up working out and I actually liked how it dried down. It didn't look wet or feel wet on my face after I put it on. And so yeah, I think for the most part, and especially for the price of these, I give it a thumbs up. This is something I've always used and I like it for like contouring purposes. So I like this, so I give it a thumbs up. Eyeshadow palette, I actually really ended up liking it. The colors were pretty, they're pigmented, they blended out well, there was no fallout. The only thing is when you dip your brush in it, there is quite a bit of kickback, but as long as my shadows are blended well and there's not a lot of fallout, I really have no complaints about that. Overall, I really enjoyed everything. Oh my god, y'all, the eyebrow pencil is just the only thing that I absolutely say, like, do not buy it. It's a pass for me. And I don't really like saying when I don't like products. Like, I don't really like going in on a brand or a product. Like, I'm just gonna simply say, hey, I didn't really like this, it didn't work for me. And I mean, that's just the truth with this. It just kept breaking. It broke so much to the point that there's no product left. And I was like, maybe I'm using a heavy hand, and I lightened up and it still broke. So this, and until they fix that issue, it's gonna be a no for me. And then I don't know, like I said, I'd have to check their website, but at my Walmart, all they had was this one shade, which actually didn't turn out to look bad, but I like my brows a little bit darker. So it'd be nice if they had more of a color range, or at least at the store I was at, they didn't have any color range with this product. But yeah, I think it has a lot of potential. It actually felt nice, like it was easy to use. It was just like the product itself kept breaking. So if they could just fix that, then I think this is a good, inexpensive eyebrow pencil if you're on a budget. I just wanted to sit down and do this video. I thought it'd be cool to just do full face of Black Radiance. I always see it in Walmart. I've only tried a few things and now I kind of have a better feel for the brand. So I hope to see the brand continue to grow and make those improvements. But yeah, especially if you're on a budget, I definitely think this is a nice brand for you to try. And yeah, that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. Let me know in the comments below if you've tried anything from Black Radiance. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.